your boy. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about something a little bit, right? And please forgive me. I don't recall if I've ever made a video about this or not. And if I did, and you've seen it, I apologize. I'm not gonna ask you to stay. You can watch if you want, or just let it play in the background, or whatever. I don't care. If Kenny Veach, I'm gonna say it again. Kenny Veach from the Las Vegas, Nevada area, right? In Area 15, that whole general area out there. Went missing in 2013, I believe, so it's been about 12 years, give or take, something like that. If I mess up any facts and you know about this case, just correct me or put it in the comments, I don't care. But so he was an avid hiker and all this stuff, and went hiking to a lot of these same places and all that crap, and knew what he was doing, right? But he was also having some financial problems and this and that, I guess, from what I've heard and all the things I've seen with it, right? So, but my thing is, right, in one of his videos, he was looking for a certain cave called the M Cave. But in that video, he was pointing at a mountain range on the other side of the valley that he was in, right? So, what if the thing is he was making that video where he made it in order to get people to search over there, but he really knew that the M Cave that he was looking for was on the other side of the valley in the other mountain range. And he maybe went over there instead to have everybody go on this side of the valley instead of being on that side of the valley to look for him. And he stumbled across something over here in that, because he said that when he found it, his whole body was vibrating and everything, right? And all this stuff. Maybe nobody can find where he's at, right? Nobody knows what happened to him. Here's a couple theories I have. One, maybe he did find something that he wasn't supposed to come across, and his missing persons has now became a missing person because he stumbled upon something ran by a person or a group of people that didn't want him or anyone else finding what he found, and murked them or have them imprisoned or something somewhere that we don't know. Or B, I can't say this is a legit thing or not because I haven't experienced it or never met somebody who has, but I've seen stories on the interwebs and whatever. I know, can't trust the internet. I know, I get it. I'm just saying, people have been abducted and by something, and they go missing for like 20, 30 years Earth time, but to them it's only like 5 minutes or an hour, or what, a couple minutes or a couple hours, whatever, because whatever scientific thing is of them moving at light speed, whatever. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's a possibility. Or maybe also 3, which number 3 and 4 might be legitimate, more legitimate. But number 3, maybe he was out hiking and fell into a little slot canyon or a mine shaft or something that nobody knows about, or in an area that people can't get to because it's too much of a treacherous hike, and if you try to fly over it, you're not going to see it. And maybe he fell in somewhere and got stuck and lodged in there and he couldn't get himself out, and maybe had unfortunately passed in that spot. And then the 4th thing I thought of with him is maybe he purposely went missing to start a new life elsewhere because he was having financial problems, and maybe he wanted to change but didn't know how to go from his current life to the new life that he wanted, or the life that he was living to the new life that he wanted, because he didn't want to be traced and he didn't want to be tracked and like I said, he was having, as far as I know, he was from what I heard and read and seen for him, for Kenny Veach, was he was having financial problems with his house and all sorts. So, maybe reality was kicking in and he wasn't able to go, so maybe he purposely made himself go disappear so he could start a new life and start over somewhere else and not have these problems. But then, like, I know people are going to be like, well, he's still going to look the same. People are going to recognize him and this and that. But he could have somehow gotten to another country and where people might not have the internet, or they have the internet, but that particular case didn't reach over to that area where he's at, or whatever. There's a lot of people have different ways of doing things if they really want to do things bad enough. So I'm just taking a wild guess from the hair up my ass that I've, came across with this over the last couple of years, and I've always found it. I've been intrigued, like, of missing persons case, especially people like Kenny Veach, especially because I don't feel like there was any foul play with him. I just feel like he woke up one morning. I mean, he was waking up every day doing his normal beat, and the next thing you know, one day, bam, gone, wiped off the face of the earth. Where'd he go? I don't feel like there was foul play with it. I could be wrong with it. I'm not sure. But anytime people go missing in the desert, especially when there's no foul play, right? Like, I've always wondered, like, what happened? What happened to the like, I mean, we all do that, but if it's like a murked case, well, that's plain and simple, okay? Something happened and the person got murked, right? It was a robbery gone wrong, or an SA victim that got murked, or or a bad business deal, whatever. I mean, but I'm talking about the actual people like King of Veach, who one day, just out of nowhere, nobody knows where the hell he went. He supposedly went for a hike, and then next thing you know, bam, never showed back up. They found his car, found his phone, and the case is cold basically at that point. And that stuff has always intrigued me. Like, where are they? What happened to them? Did they have to fight off like some predators of like a mountain lion or something, or did they fall into a hole? Did they, what I'm saying? It's like constant. But I know when my time comes to go home to God, I'm gonna know these things, or I'll be able to find out these things unless while I'm alive it comes out. But it's just, the world is a very beautiful place. It's also a very dangerous place. But there's a lot of intriguing things out there in the world that we might not understand. Like, there's some places where you'll park your car and it looks like you're going downhill, facing downhill, and you put your car in reverse or in neutral and you start rolling uphill or whatever. There's a lot of those magnetic field bullshit things like that. Maybe somebody can explain it, maybe we can't, I don't know. But there's a lot of like look at the Native American community, right? They respect nature and they believe in a lot of things because they've seen it. Their ancestors have lived it and all this type of stuff. That's why I love the Native community, right? Native American culture, because of the fact that they respect nature and they understand nature is not something to mess with, and there's more than just what the eye can see, right? So, but anyways, love y'all. Be safe. Catch you on the flip side. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below.